Guys, welcome. So I'm here with you guys. I did promise you, well, promise myself to you that when I pass my math, I'm basically gonna, show you maybe 5 questions on math was able to help someone. I know everybody does math differently. I definitely do. I can look at a math problem and do it as well as in doing it, but everybody does it differently. Um, I was able to pass my math on the first try, but back then I couldn't. I had to take my math either twice or the third attempt. But I understand the process. I did the process and apply the same principle. Not telling you to switch up anything, but maybe something that's easy that's work for you. And to me, this helped me. So I'm gonna show you guys. They say I'm doing maybe 5 questions. It depends on my feelings or how I'm feeling. Okay. So normally, when we have our math, we have like 35 questions. We have like practice questions, but before we take the actual math, which is 35 questions, but we have like 25 practice questions. And each topics we do is very tedious, but it's very helpful. So these are one of the questions I'm going to help you and show you how I get the answers, and we're going to do it together. Okay. So if you do join live, thank you for coming. I'm Jessie. I am from the Bahamas. Um, I currently live in Florida. I was here like maybe all my life. I'm not gonna lie, because I was in and out till I completely like reside to the U.S. I'm in nursing school. This is my second year in nursing school, guys. And I'm saying second year, my second time going to nursing school. The first time it didn't work out, so I'm here now, and now I'm here. So we're gonna do the math, and I'm gonna show you the questions, okay? So this is the first question. So the question says, a nurse is converting an infant weight from pounds to kilogram. If the infant weighs 6 pounds 2 ounces, what is the infant weight in kilogram? And it says round to the nearest tenth, and they want it in kg. So I have already set it up. I show you that the infant weight. They said that the infant weighs 6 pounds and 2 ounces, right? So this is the infant weight, guys. So it says, what is the infant weight in kilograms? So you know you have an extra. So to do that, you have 2 ounces. You know an ounce, which is 16. You're going to divide it, and let's divide it and get the answer. So I'm going to cut on my calculator, guys, and I'm going to show you. I got to clear that out. So 2 divided by 16 is 0.123. 0.125, sorry guys. And that's what it say, correct? So now this is done. We're going to do the 6 plus the 0.125. So we're going to see what that gives us, okay? So let's go 6 plus 0.125 give us 6, what equals 6.125 kilograms. Hmm? What is this? This is that's Google. Let's go back to Boost Mobile. I am doing med math for nursing. I promise myself if I pass, I'm going to show you guys how I did it. And that day have come. So I'm here. I got time. So I'm showing you guys. So we're on the first question. It says a nurse is converting, sorry if it's blurry, let me show you. Okay. It says a nurse is converting an infant weight from pounds to kilogram. If the infant weighs 6 pounds 2 ounces, what is the infant weight in kilogram? And they want it in kilogram, which I already did the work, guys, and show you how we do it. This is an extra, so you're gonna convert it and divide it by the 16 ounce. When you do that, you get that. You're gonna plus, which is the pounds, to that, and get that. But you're not done because it tells you to round. My phone is blurry, guys. Wait, it tells you to round to the nearest tenth. Okay. So round to the nearest tenth is basically right here. 6.1. If this was bigger, it would have been 6.2 because the 5 is in the back. We leave it as is, but it's already in the ones place. So down to 6.1. So let's check it to see what dance is, guys. I don't know. We're guessing, right? See? Wrong. So you got it? Hold on, guys. I gotta do something for babes. You see, guys, it's wrong. That's what I'm telling you. You can make mistake, and that's how I was feeling in nursing school, guys. That's how for me, like I had to always have to do nursing math twice. It always twice, but no, you didn't download the app. Hold on, guys. While you're in the app, just go to Google and go to the actual website. All you do is go to the actual website and activate. It should already be saved on your phone. They send you the code, put it in. Hold on, guys. I'm doing something for babes. Thank you. It's not a sweater, it's a mumu. But thank you. Why highlight it? It's not allowing you to move forward. Mhm. See what she doing?
Hey, you see him? He told. Okay, sure. I see it all drop out. I said to you a while ago.
Majay, stop that. I thought the card was saved on here.
Where's the here?
This phone is too slow for me.
Yeah, cause I will take your time to make a payment. So we should have it.
Okay, so if you know what you're doing, then you should do it. I bet. Because this is too slow for me. And then you press submit.
Can I wait for the phone?
I am.
No, you're not. God, if you're waiting, I know, say, if one service, so say it have
That has nothing to do with that. Your phone is just slow on the whole. Okay, it did. So cut the phone off and then reset it. Okay, guys, so I'm back. Okay, so like I say, in nursing school, you always have to take a mad math to each topics. Okay, once you hit the call. So, all right, yeah, share for him too. I will just want a chicken with ketchup, please. Yeah, so like I was saying, like I always have to do mad math twice, like all the time. I always just fail the first mad math. I have to retake it, I have to retake it, I have to retake it. But since I got inside mental, after mental health, I I had to take it 3 times. And then when I went to what do you call maternal OB, I passed on the first try. Now I'm peds, I passed on the first try, guys. So like I said, I'm here to show you guys how I did my mad math that helped me. So I'm gonna do like 5 questions to show you guys what I did. So let's start off. Okay, so let's start off. Okay, so I'm gonna show you I got it wrong. Okay, and I'm gonna show you why. So I put 6.1, guys. You see, we make mistakes. I make mistakes. I'm being transparent with you guys. See, like I tell you, I just see math and I do math and I do it from my head, and that's where we go wrong. You get what I'm saying? You're not supposed to do that. And that's where I learned the strategy of when I see it, I think I know what I'm just going to answer the question. No. So I got it wrong on purpose so I can show you guys, okay? So as I say, you see 6 pounds, 2 ounces. You have to convert it. You have to convert the ounce with the pound so you can get your kilograms. Like I say, 1 pound is 16 ounce, right? And that's why they did the 16. That's why they get the 16 ounce. And then they used the 2 from what was here and they converted and they got the 0.125, correct? And that's what I did, right? I showed you guys that I got the 6. It was the 6 pounds and the 2 ounce in the infant. It says, what is the infant weight in kilograms? I converted it. I put the 2 ounce over the 16 and I got here. So as you guys can see, right? As you guys can see, I was right when I got here, correct? As you guys see, I'm so sorry that it's blurry, guys. I'm going to show you. So as you guys can see, it was here too, right? Right there. So that's step 2, that's step 1, and that's step 2. We're going to go to step 3 now. Step 3 is basically here, whereas you add the 6 pounds plus what you got from here and got the 6.125, correct? And I'm going to show you guys I did the same thing because I do math out of my head, but I'm going to show you why, some people go wrong because I did it and I went wrong because I got it wrong. So I did that too. This is step 3. And you got 6.25. You see that? They got, I don't know why. Okay, got 6.25. I got it wrong. You feel me? You know why I got it wrong, guys? Because I stopped literally at step 3. I'm so sorry that it's blurry. I stopped literally at step 3. Correct? And you see, guys, that's why I stopped. And I say, you know what? This is the answer. But see, you're wrong. And see, I prove it. You're wrong because it's always a final step because they wanted you to put it into the nearest 10. You get what I'm saying? So I did all of those steps, right? But now we go in here to step 4, and that was basically I lied, step 5. And that's when you have to convert it. You get what I'm saying? Because now you have the 6.125 in pounds. So when you're doing that now, to get from pounds to kilograms, you have to do it by the 2.5. But see, with that, let's go. 6.125 divided by 2.2. Let's see what that gives. 6.125 divided by 2.2, guys. You see the answer? That's the answer. The answer is equals to 2.78. You get what I'm saying? But that's in this hundreds. It asks you to put it in its tenth. Sorry, guys, it's so blurry. I don't know. It asks you to put it in its 10th place. So putting in its 10th place, it will be, because 8 is high, you will be 2.8 because it's over 5. So you're going to add a 1. But if this was lesser, you'll remain the same to that. But because 8 is higher more than 5, you plus 1, and this is the answer, guys. So that's why we got it wrong, because I did all the step. You get what I'm saying? I did all the step, guys. But the last step was to the nearest 10. Okay? And that's when to do pounds to kilograms, you have to use the conversion, which is the 2.2. And that's how you get the answer, which is the kilogram, guys. Okay? So basically, that is the rules of math, guys. You just have to, thank you. You just have to know what step to use, know what they're asking for, and just know when to apply the principle for the math, because you could do math in so much different ways and get the same answer, but it's just how you apply it. It's how you do it. You know what I mean? So that's the first one we got wrong, guys. But I knew my mistake. I knew where I went wrong, and I showed you guys, and I. So now we're going to go to number 2, because I told you I'm doing 5 mad math question with you guys. And anybody that's new here, welcome. I'm Jessie. Okay, we're going to go to number 2, guys. I'm doing 5 questions in total of mad math. Okay, so we're going to do it together. So, hey, welcome everybody. Okay, so the next question, I'm sorry if the camera coming up blurry. Okay, so the next question is, a nurse is converting a toddler weight from pounds to kilogram. If a toddler is 20 pounds, 8 ounces, what is the total weight in kilograms? You see that? We have it again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to write it out and I'm going to show you guys. Okay. So basically it's saying the same thing, but instead of a infant is a toddler. And guys, when you're going in pediatrics, bro, I mean, yeah, they are small or whatever, but you don't want to make a mistake because you have to know your calculations. If you want to go and friggin' pediatrics, guys, you have to know your medications as well as the weight of the patient, because what if you get the wrong weight or the wrong measurements and then you give the medication of overdosing the patient? You get what I'm saying? So it's like with the pediatrics, it's a lot of calculations. So if you could do your calculations, you're good in peds. So this one is number 2. We finished number 1 and we got it wrong, guys. And I showed you and we got the correct answer. So this is number 2. Okay. So, and that was the infant. We're talking about a toddler. So they said a toddler weighs 20 pounds and 8 ounces. I'm going to show you guys. It says, what is the toddler's weight? Toddler, sorry. Weight. You know, everybody make mistakes, in kilogram. It just once you know that you make a mistake, you own up to your mistake, that's fine. In kilogram. So I'm gonna show you guys one more time. Okay. It says a nurse is converting a toddler weight from pounds to kilogram. LB is pounds and that's kilogram. If a toddler weighs 20 pounds and 8 ounces, what is a toddler weight in kilograms? So it's asking you what is the toddler weight in kilograms, as well as for the final answer, you have to round to the nearest tens. Okay. So I wrote it down for you and I said, this is my lunch, guys. Babes prepared. So toddler, toddler has 20, weighs 20 pounds, 8 ounces. What is the toddler weight in kilograms? So you know this is an extra, right? So we got to put this in pounds because you can't have two opposite. It has to be the same. So with that, 1 pound is 16 ounces. I already knew that in my head, so I'm not going to do all that. You get what I'm saying? So with that, I'm going to put 8 ounce over, sorry guys, am I writing? 16 ounce, right? So 8, so let's go. 8, you get 0.5. So now we're in pounds, 0.5 pounds, because like they say, 1 pound is equals to 16 ounces. That's why we use 16, because we're trying to get those seen to get the pounds. So we're matching, guys. You see that? So we have 20 pounds plus 0.5 pounds equals, okay? Let's see what we get. 20 plus 0.5, right? We get 20.5, guys. 20.5 pounds. So this now turns to this, okay? So now 20.5, because the next step was in kilograms, right? So 20.5 divided by 2.2, because one kilogram is equal to 2.2, and that's what we get that. So we're going to divide those guys. So we're going to divide the 20.5 divided by 2.2, and we're going to get that crazy number, right? we're going to get 9.318. Okay. Now we're going to go back to what it says. It says to the nearest tenth. So this is it. Because one is low, we're not going to round up. But if this was higher, like a 5 and up, we would have rounded and this would turn to a 4. So the answer is 9.3. So to see it be right, we're going to plug it in, guys, and see. And correct. So that's basically how it's done, guys. Okay, y'all see how it goes. Like I say, this is the steps as well. That's how I did mine. But I showed you the 16 ounce over the one, cross match, multiply. You get the 0.5. It goes into different steps. Once you get that, you see how they add it up. They get that. You see, it goes into all type of different steps and steps and steps until you get the answer. So you see all these steps they had to do to get the answer. I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? Once you have a strategy and you work with a strategy and you apply that principle, you will get the answer because math is different. You can use math in so much different ways to get the answer, guys. So that is number 2. Okay. We're going to go to number 3, guys. I'm looking for the duster. Okay, found it. We're going to go to question number 3. I told y'all going to 5 questions, guys, and if y'all like videos like this, want more videos like this, more interaction, showing you like study guides, showing you like study tips, giving y'all, that, just let me know. But y'all gotta let me know. Let me give y'all what y'all ask for. But if y'all not asking, I can't give. But I don't get keep. So I'm gonna show you guys how, because I see a lot of people struggle with bad math, and I was one of those persons. When I tell you, I was one of those person I was. If I had to take math 3 times when I was taking mental health, I couldn't even focus on my finals because, or none of my classes on my exams, because if you don't pass math, you cannot go nowhere. You know what I mean? You cannot move forward. So that was a factor. So I was one of those students. So that's why I'm here to show you. So we're on question number 3, and this one to get intense because we were just only showing how we can change a tall in the infant from pounds to kilogram. We had already do that in both 2 questions. So question 3, I'm gonna read it for you guys. So question 3 basically says a nurse is preparing to administer cefaclor 40 mg kilogram a day by mouth divided into equal dose every 8 hours to a child who weighs 48 pounds. Available is cefaclor suspension 375 milligrams 5 ml. How many ml should a nurse administer per dose? Round to the nearest 10. So you gotta go where they're asking for. They asking for ml, guys. So we're gonna look inside the equation in the question and see where the ml goes. You see they have 40 ml kilogram per day, right? So now you're looking for ml, and ml is there. So we're going to use what is given. But we're going to use everything, but use firstly what is given. So for me, I'll set it up as in, you want an ml? Let me give you ml, and this is ml there. So I'll put the 5 ml. Let me set up, guys. Let me show you. So I'll put the 5 ml over 375 mg, correct? That's what I would do. Then I'll put the 40 mg over kilogram over a day, correct? By divided into equal dose 8 hours. So this is how I set it up. You feel me? So setting it up like that, you already need to find this. Okay? You already have to find that. So that means now you have to convert the 48. Let me see if you can see it. The 48 pounds. Okay, the 48 pounds a kilogram. So to do that, you will say 48 divided by 2.2, because remember, 1 pound is equals 1.2 kilograms, correct? So, and that's where we getting the kilograms from there. We converting it, guys. So, what happened, Marvin? Ah? 21. Yeah, guys. So we got it right. So we did the 48 because we got it. I don't want y'all to be lost. We working it out together. I got the 48 because it's pounds, but they want it in kilograms. So you see it in kilograms. Okay, they gave us the 48. This 48 was a pound. So 1 pound is equals to 2.2 kilograms. That's where I got this from. I just don't put the stuff there, guys. Just work with me, okay? So I divided that. I got that. This definitely is going to go right here, okay? So I'm going to times those two and see what we get. So it's there plugged in already. I'm going to times it by the 40. This is a solar. This is solar, guys. So that's why it's doing this. And I hate that because there's no light in here. Okay, bring it back down. So that equals 872. You also do your roundings at the end. But if you know, you know. So I have what this right here. I'm just bringing it down. So I know it looks crazy all over the place, but we're just trying to get the answer here. Times, because like I tell you, we ran times it. We got this 872.7. So that's basically it. But what about the day? You get what I'm saying? What about the day? We know how to divide the day. You see it by mode divided in equal dose every 8 hours. You know, a day is 24 hours. So 24 hours and 8 is what? Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. 24 divided by 8 is give you 3. Yep, 3. 5 divided by 375 times 872. 872.7 divided by 3. I get my answer give me a 3.87. And if they asking for the nearest tenth, I would say 3.9. Let's see. Only thing we could do is find out and see. See that? That's what it is, guys. This is the third question. We got 2 more to go. You see? You see? Now we're going to go to question 4, guys. I'm going to read it to you guys. Now I'm going to read it to you guys. We're on question number 4. We done do 1 to 3 already, guys. So question 4 reads, a nurse is preparing to administer Amlocaine IM to a client who weighs 176 pounds. The medication reference state that the safe dose range is 7.5 to 15 mg kilogram a day divided every 12 hours. What is the maximum safe dose the nurse should expect to administer per day? Round to the nearest whole number. Now, this is a tricky one, guys. Let me look for the rubber to clean it. We gotta work this one together, guys. This board is so cute, guys. Okay, I'm gonna put the problem out here. I done read it to you guys. Okay. The weights, because we're going to do conversion as well, is 176 pounds. I'm writing just everything I need to help me with this problem. The medication reference is 7.5 to 15 mg kilogram a day, divided every 12 hours. 24 hours and 12. That's how much days. I'm just doing everything in one, guys. 24 divided by 12. I think that's 2. Yes, we got 2. Right? So they ask you what is the maximum safe dose the nurse should expect to administer per day. That's why I tell y'all when y'all in pediatric, you have to know how to do calculations, bro. And this one had me shaking to my balls. Okay, and I done did 3 questions already, and this is the 4th one. So imagine 35 questions. That's how intense it goes. It goes. It goes. So it's like you guys have to know the concept, know how to apply, and know what to do, and take your time. So we're gonna start off with 15. I'm coming, guys. I'm gonna show you 15 times. You got to convert the 176, guys. The 176 divided by 2.2. Like I tell y'all, to get pounds, a kilogram is always 1 pound is equals to 2.2 kilograms. So 176 pounds is equals to 80 kilograms. Masha, what you doing? I thought you finished eating. Okay. So basically, this is how it is, guys. So like I say, my shirt look a little left and right too, guys. Let me show you. Okay. So I basically plug in the problem. What's there, I just make it easier for me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring it up close so you guys can read it. Okay? All right. So it says weight 176 pounds. I done converted and I got 80 kilograms. It asks for the safe weights between those two. So I have 75 times this divided by 2 because it's day. They told you it's 12 hours, 24 hours in a day. So I divided by 24 into the 12 hours because it was 12 hours, which gives you the 2. So I'm going to times these 2 divided by that. I'm going to times these 2 divided by that, and I can see what it gives me. So let's do that. What you doing? What you doing? Yeah, guys. So 15 times 80 gives you 12,000, right? I'm gonna divide that by 2. 600. Huh? Child, I know that about 600 divided by 2. 300. So it asks, what is the safe dose? So it says, what is the maximum safe dose a nurse can expect to administer per day? Okay. So the patient ready weighs 176. What do you think is a safe dose for that patient? I think 7.5 is a safe dose because you got to do a calculation because me doing the calculation, as a 15, I got this. And then I did the calculation 7.5, I got this. To save those for me, I'll go with 7.5. So let's see. Oh, okay. You see, guys? What happened to her? You see, guys? That's why it always a step. See, I put 6 and I put 3, right? So now let's go because I got it wrong, right? So you see what it says. We can show you where we got wrong. We got the 80. I got the 80, right? They times the 15 by the 80, they get the 12, the 1200. If you times these two, I'll get 1200. And to show you that, like I tell you, I just do maths over my head. 15 times 80, 1200. You feel me? 1200. 7.5 times 80, 600. So with these two, the reason I got 6 and 3 because I took those same answer and divided by 2, and that's how I got the 3. So ain't like I wasn't on the right track. I just went ahead of myself and divided, and that's how I got the 6. The 600 was right here. I just jumped the gun. So that's where you see that one, and you see the same thing. So basically, they ask you for the max. The max is that. So this is the answer, guys. But y'all see where I went wrong, right? I supposed to stop right here. But I went ahead and used the day, which is the 2 divided to break up from what I got to 6. And that's why you have to always read your questions and apply the principle. Hmm? What you say, babes?
You're not eating.
I am gonna eat. I gotta see how it works. Let me see. She choking? Um, Thank you. I didn't see that. Thank you, Stephanie. I didn't see it. I'm talking to my father. I'm not seeing, but I'm trying to show y'all how man match could be tricky. So this is the last question, guys. It was 5 questions. I got 3 right. It's going to be 5 questions. Sorry, I got 2 right and 2 wrong. And Mad Matt, you got 35 questions. You can only get 2 wrong. They feed me some cabbage and curry chicken. I don't want no rice. We're gonna go to the last question, guys. Let me read it to you guys. It says a nurse is preparing to administer erythropoietin alpha 50 kilograms sub-Q subcutaneous weekly to a preschool who weighs 40 pounds. Available is erythropoietin alpha 2000 unit ml. How many ml should the nurse administer? Around to the nearest hundreds, right? I'm going to erase this and I'm going to set up the last problem. This is the last question, guys. I'm very transparent with you guys. I showed you the rights. I showed you wrongs. I showed you where you can lead to get and make a mistake in math. And I showed you how you can apply to make it better. I did 5 questions, and this is the last question. So I did 4 in total, guys. This is the last questions, and I did promise myself I would come on here and show you guys of anybody that needed help with math. Okay. So I read the question already. I'm gonna write it on the board to show you guys. So it wants you to find the ml. So you already have 50 units in red blood cells. So erythropoietin is basically blood, and that's RBC. So I guess a child needs to get a blood transfusion. So you have to do your calculations before you can give blood, because you don't want to give too much, because you know you can get, you know, toxicity or allergic reaction. Maje. I'm writing it out, guys. I'm still here with you guys. This is the last question before I come off for live, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys. So I settled the problem. I read the problem. You see how long this problem is? I'm gonna read it to you guys one more time. I'll let y'all see it one more time. Thank you. It says a nurse is preparing to administer erythropoietin alpha 50 kilograms, 50 unit kilograms simultaneously weekly to a preschool who weighs 40 pounds. Available is erythropoietin alpha 2000 unit ml. How many ml should a nurse administer? You hear what it tells you? Find the ml. I have the problem. It said available is erythropoietin alpha 2000 unit ml. They want you to find the ml. I'm going to put that ml have nothing, so I'm going to make it seem like that's just X. But I'm going to put ml because I know that represents 1. And then the unit is 2000 units, right? Over here, we're going to use this. We're going to put 50 units up top here because we're going to, cross multiply. Let me write properly so y'all can see the setup to see how I'm doing it. So ml is over right here. Because they're asking for ml, we can put the ml first and put the units at the bottom. This is here. Like I tell you, we're going to cross multiply like that. So to go here, this we're going to plant off the 50 unit. And it told you in kg, right? The kg is from the weight. The weight is in kg, but the problem is it's in pounds. We have to convert it. So to convert it, we all know that 1 pound is equal to 2.2 kilograms. So this is the equation we're going to use to convert this to get kilograms, so we can plug it into here to get our answer. So we're going to say 40 pounds over 2.2 equals what? That's when the calculator comes in, right? The calculator is going to calculate it because me, I be doing math with my head and I need to stop that. But we cannot use computers, no type of electronics to do med math when we taking our exam. You have to do the one that plugs in, and that's a basic math, and that's it right here. So this is the only thing we get to use. So if you don't know your math, bro, you just don't know your math. So 40 divided by 2.2. So this is the kilogram for the baby, guys. Okay? So this weight now is converted to this answer. 18.18. But you see the 8, the 1 is there. You don't have to round it. So if I put all that number, I don't, because it wants you to put it to the nearest hundreds. Let me see. It's blurring out to the nearest hundreds, but you don't round off till you reach to the last ending. So we're going to write all this number and leave that there, correct? So now we're going to times this, which is now kg, to this, because them two is equivalent. So because it's already plugged into the calculator, I'm going to times that by the 50. And I'm going to get, like I say, my calculator work on solar. We're going to get that answer, 909 point. I'm going to just leave it off to 1. Because 9 is high, I'm going to change that 0 to 1. But if 9 was a 3, I'm going to leave it as is. But I up 1. The answer is 909.1, right? We are not done. We are not done. We are not done. So ml over the same thing, the 2000 times 909.1. Now we're going to calculate it and see if it gives us the answer. I'm just going to say that ml is 1 divided by 2000 times 0.9.1. The answer is 0.45. 0.45455. And the thing says round to the nearest hundredth. When it's in decimal, you already know. 1, tens, hundreds. This is the answer right here. You don't go up 1 and change this 5 to a 6 because this 4 is low. But if this 5 right here was here, you would have go up 6. So we're going to plug in the answer, guys, and see if the answer is 0.45. Sometimes the numbers look off and make you scared, but you just got to go with your gut feelings. And the answer is correct, guys. So basically, thank you guys for being here. I did promise you guys I'm only going to do 5 questions with you guys, and I did that, and I show you, the real raw truth of how mad math to go. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for the star that was sent, and I appreciate it. Y'all subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know down in the comments what y'all like. Okay.